Pick was a phenomenon. Still is one.
I wasn't ready for it.
I spite God every day for my role in that film.
Huh? Sorry, I wasn't listening.
On one hand, it saved lives. On the other, it ruined the ones that mattered.
Brett Pick was a worldwide phenomenon. I'm sure it needs no introduction.
If anyone needs a refresher of the plot, it's the greatest story ever told. Period.
What started as a passion project between a group of high school students that was uploaded onto YouTube on September 17, 2022, soon grew to heights never seen before. On September 22nd, it had 4 million views. By October 1st, 100 million. As it stands now, we can't actually check. It was so popular and had such a large volume of users watching it that YouTube servers have since been shut down, and they're trying to find a way for their website and Brett Pick to coexist.
Yeah, I got a call and they said, YouTube is gone. You killed it. And that's when I really knew we did something special here.
Currently, Brett Pick is being shown in every movie theater in the country. It sells out every night.
I've seen it 53,000 times.
Okay. Well, we just did the math. That's around 6 years worth of time you spent watching Brett Pick.
Damn right.
It's only been out for 5.
Damn right.
It seems no one has truly taken a plunge into the Brett Pick timeline to see how the success of the movie has affected the cast, the crew, and the citizens of the world.
I heard a kid shot himself after watching it because he wanted his life to end when he reached his peak. Yeah. I don't even feel bad.
You may think a life of fame and riches is all glamour, but the story of those involved tells us otherwise.
I haven't seen Brett in, what, 4 years?
I'm rich as
Brett Pick changed everything. It ruined him. And we let it.
I'm so rich, dude.
This is the Brett Pick story.
Brett Pick's home. Shot 1, take 1, action.
No. I just... Hey, I'm Leo. I set out on this journey 2 years ago and I've compiled a very thorough investigation on the aftermath of Brett Pick. I conducted a more thorough investigation on Brett Pick than the government did Watergate, and I'm here to finally show my findings. I talked to almost every cast member and I interviewed them too. I found super fans, I found haters, I found Brett's parents, I even found Brett himself. But before we get into all that, let's start from the beginning. We were able to get most of the major players in the production team of Brett Pick for interviews. Unfortunately, Haley, Brett's girlfriend, in days past was unable to make the studio on our filming schedule. We hired a paid actor to portray her likeness. We tried to get as close of a lookalike as possible for the sake of your immersion. Regardless, I hope you enjoyed the never-before-seen interviews of the Brett Pick cast.
So, walk me through it. What were you then, and what are you now?
I mean, I used to do normal everyday things. Go to school, work, train every day. But since Brett Pick, I've paid off my parents' mortgage. I financially secured the future generations of my family for the next 150 years. I fight bears and win.
Well, I was just some loser working at a coffee shop. Now I work at a different coffee shop.
You'd think starring in the most famous film in existence would do something good for me. But no! I was the antagonist, so now everyone hates me. My parents, they kicked me out because of what I did to Brett. Are you serious?
I'm on Spotify. Yeah, it's mine. My latest change actually is that for anyone without a premium account, they have to listen to 15 minutes of my music before they want to choose what they have to listen to. Eat
I can't believe everything that's happened. You hear about the kid who shot himself?
Brett Pick ruined my life. I hate what it did to everyone. I hate myself for saying yes. If I could go back and stop it somehow, I would. I really would.
What is the best thing to come out of Brett Pick?
Money.
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 This movie has only caused pain and suffering. There have been no good outcomes, except for the money.
So, exactly how much money did you make?
Somewhere from 100 million to 100 billion.
$30.
Well, I got sued out of most of it in an emotional damage suit by Brett Pick fans, but after that, 10 million?
1 trillion, 2 trillion, 3 trillion.
I paid off the national debt.
What's wrong with you? I thought you were going to ask the real questions.
What is the most prevalent real-world impact Brett Pick had?
For me, it's somewhere between solving world hunger and what happened in North Korea.
We've shut down every website that has tried to host our movie. We have a streaming service that just has Brett Pick, and 5 billion people have it. People pay monthly for that.
I mean, that one can shot himself.
I mean, we've done something amazing. We've broke the language barrier. I mean, seriously, people just communicate in Brett Pick now. Watch. You see this? We're engaged to be married next fall.
I don't care. It ruined my life.
Do you think the fan base has ever gotten too out of hand before?
Well, Big Apple was ridiculous.
Big Apple was the single biggest race riot in world history.
Yeah, Brad Pitt is probably the most racist film I've seen in my life.
Viewers were outraged when they found out that Jonas's role originally was supposed to be the hero of the story.
Okay, yes, Jonas did originally play the role of Brett Pick. Okay? Yeah.
How do you feel about those who call you racist for changing Jonas from the hero to the first character who dies?
Okay. We all thought it made more sense for Brett to play Brett and Jonas to play Jonas. I'm not racist for that.
The fact that the main character was that of a white man and the antagonist that of a black woman didn't quite sit right with the fans. A single shot fired led to the chain reaction leading to the deaths of 1,000 white citizens and 937 black citizens. We sat down with critical race theorist Frederick Douglass to discuss the racial implications of Brett Pick.
Now, why do you think Brett Pick was racist?
If Brad Pitt was played by a black guy, he wouldn't have been able to do the things that he did in the film.
Like, he would have been written differently?
A white guy would have beaten him.
Because the writers were racist?
It wouldn't have been realistic for him to have won.
Because he was...
Black. Yeah.
No, I don't think they were racist for changing my role. I actually requested not to be the main character. I wanted to control the fights from off screen.
Yeah, I'm racist.
I'm not a f***ing racist, dude.
Are we going to talk about the real stuff? Or are you guys here just to ask paparazzi questions?
The topic of race was making our cast quite angry, so we decided to move on from the topic.
Now, Luca, between you and me, was Brett Pitt based on a document found in Osama bin Laden's computer?
What? Where did you hear that? Where did you hear that?
So, here are some images, and we want to know your thoughts on them. Here we have several moments in American history, and as you can see, Luca is present. These aren't photoshops. We got these images from the National Museum of American History. I mean, do you really think Luca was sneaking up on the Confederate front lines for the Union back in 1861?
Well, he didn't sneak up on me.
What the?
What do you think about these?
I've never seen these.
Are you guys insane?
No comment.
Is that you?
No comment.
Is this all one big joke? Am I being punked?
What is your response to the haters who say Brett Pick is in fact not a good movie?
Oh, they're probably right. I've never seen it.
They don't bother me much. Well, sometimes they do. They come into my coffee shop and say mean things. I don't like it.
I feel like I relate to them more than the fans.
I eat rats alive. You think I'd give a about haters?
I'm still stuck on that Bin Laden question.
I don't care.
So, you are a hater.
I wouldn't say that. I don't really like the movie that much.
How does it feel being a sad, miserable little man?
What? No, I just don't like the movie.
Do you think your hatred of Brett Pitt stems from your parents' divorce and your father's subsequent imprisonment on battery charges?
Dude, who are you? How do you know that?
Or is it due to the fact that your uncle died in a drunk driving accident on May 18th, 2013?
What's wrong with you?
Being in and out of rehab is a frequent occurrence for Brett Pick haters. What do you think causes that?
What?
Do you regret that the last thing you ever said to your grandfather is calling him a coward?
What is this?
Now, I have one final question for you all. What happened to Brett?
I don't know. Just know that he's a recluse.
Tragedy. That's one.
I woke up one day and he was gone. I hope he's okay.
Who's Brett?
I've read somewhere that he eats mud.
Fame. Fame happened.
I wasn't content with just the interviews of the cast. I wasn't content with the media saying all kinds of things about Brett. No, I had to find out for myself. How could the most famous man in the world just disappear and never be seen again? I did countless hours of research. My field agent Martin brought my research to Brett's family, who agreed to do a written interview for us. We have an auditory recreation of the conversation made for you to listen to. Unfortunately, we only had enough money in the budget for the AI voices of the notorious B.I.G. and Kermit the Frog.
I miss my son so much. I haven't seen him in years.
I cry every night thinking about him.
That's all we can play before the cease and desist goes into effect, so I'll summarize the rest. Brett was last seen September 16, 2024. He was seen months prior locking himself in his room, ripping out his hair, and eating strange things. On that day, he left a note. I have that note. I'll show it to you. The note contains a picture of a detailed peace sign, his dog Stampy with a heart around it. Truly heartbreaking. On September 17th, the second year anniversary of Brett Pick, all eyes were on Brett. But alas, he disappeared.
Yeah, I went to Brett's house for the anniversary like we did the first couple of years. Brett's mom got the door, I walked in, grabbed a cup, went to the fridge.
A worldwide search party was afoot. Those who knew Brett, those who didn't. Those who loved him, those who hated him. We're all looking for Brett. For without Brett, there was nothing to love or hate.
Sat on the couch, took a sip of water, put the water down, got thirsty, picked up the water, took...
I thought he killed himself for a while.
I was hoping he killed himself.
Alas, Brett was never found, not being sighted for years.
Picked up the water again, took another sip.
Could we skip to the part where you realized Brett was gone?
Brett left.
We had to start big. We searched the whole planet. Then we got the continent. Then we got the country, state, and finally the city. The city Brett had lived in his whole life. We found that a man who resembled Brett had been living in a forest far from his home. For Brett's sake, we won't disclose his exact location, but we did send Martin to the area to see if Brett was willing to talk.
Okay guys, this could be the most likely spot that Brett could be. We've been walking here for a minute, guys. Still haven't found him. I got hope. Gotta be here somewhere.
Our hands-on investigator was losing hope.
Been here for 2 days. It's been an hour. South is really getting to me.
They were tired, hungry, and this close to what seemed like a breakthrough. Just when they were losing hope, they found him.
My name is Martin Lee, and I'd like to completely and utterly blame Brett Fisher for my
Wait, look. Go on.
Ding dong! Brett Fisher?
Yup.
Hi, we're We're here to do an interview for a documentary.
Have you met my dog?
No,
His name's Stampy.
Stampy.
Brett, after 3 years, has agreed to his first interview since his disappearance. What you're about to witness now is the distressing effects of ultimate fame.
So Brett, I feel like I need to ask what everyone is wondering. Why did you leave?
So, there was a lot of negative influence around me. There were the people, there were the cities, and the camera. See, the camera really was the biggest influence on me because after I watched it, I saw a perception of me that wasn't real. It wasn't like real TV, like I used to watch at home, like Chowder.
Chowder wasn't real, it was a cartoon.
It was real to me. But I needed, after watching the movie, I needed to be a different animal. But I needed to stay the same beast. Like, I had to be the lone wolf who led the whole pack. The lone wolf at 20 feet tall. And the lone wolf with the greatest wings.
So, what do you mean?
I need to be the same beast, but a different bear.
You good? So walk me through your day-to-day out here.
So, a lot of it is me walking my dog and eating food.
Food? What food?
Food. Like food.
How do you get this food?
I fish.
So you fish?
Yes.
With what?
The spear and the fork. Have you met my dog?
How do you feel about the media saying that you're a mud-eating troglodyte?
So I actually had a vision from my great-grandmother, and she told me that even though I was alive, I was dead to rights. She said that I was alive, but I realized I needed to kill myself. And once I killed myself, metaphorically, I was alive. And that's when I moved out here with my dog. And even though we've been living here, mentally, I'm living. And this dog, he's smarter than he lets on. He's probably the smartest dog I've ever met. Probably smarter than me. But he's very shy. But man, I miss eating bananas. That's why I grow them on that tree.
So Brett, the question was about you being a mud-eating troglodyte.
Well, I wouldn't know anything about that.
Do you miss your family? You miss Haley?
I thought Haley died.
In the movie, yeah.
Well, but that's the thing. Because right now, there's a camera right there. Right now, we are a movie. Like, my whole life is a movie. But right now, I'm writing as I say. Like, I'm the writer in my own movie. Because Brett Pick is me. But Brett Fisher is reality. See, like, but movies, I make movies with my dog. Stampy is the movie. And they're pretty good movies.
So, do you miss everyone?
I miss my dog.
Do you hate Brett Pick?
So, I hate Brett Pick. But I'm thankful for it. Because it's a piece of real grass in a field of gravel. Like, the movie is real. Like the people who are in the movie, they're real people playing people in the movie. And that's not the case for a lot of movies. So I like the movie, but I hate the movie. And when I showed my dog the movie, I wanted to be like him. I saw him so unbothered by the movie, I knew that I had to become a different beast, but still stay the same animal. But still, I think Penguin Poker was probably better.
You've seen it here first, folks. Brett Fisher thinks that the 2021 short film Penguin Poker is better than Brett Pick. We had 30 more questions to ask, but this statement alone sent our field agent into a frenzy. And Brett has since then sent us a bag of dirt, so I think he's upset. I think what we've all learned from this is that fame isn't everything that seems. As much as Brett disagrees that it ruined him, it's true. He's not the same man he was 5 years ago. He left an eternal hole in those that loved him, including his family, friends, and fans. I don't think Brett's lifestyle is changing anytime soon, and I'm sure Brett Pick will win every Oscar award for the 5th year in a row. But when you put Brett Pick on, think, what did it do to all of us? I'm Leo, and this is the Brett Pick story.
So, what is up, people in the camera? I have found possibly a real camera, I'm not quite sure. But, me and my dog, look in the camera, have a debate because I eat mud. And he says that mud is not good for you. But I say it makes me a healthy man.